People ask me all the time, what are some things that you need to watch out for as you live your life every day? Now, the truth is, I could create lists and lists of things that you just need to make sure you avoid, but that gets way too complicated, especially when there's two themes that I see happen day in and day out in my own life, in my own trials and tribulations, and the lives of the many people that come and I have the opportunity to spend life with. And that's isolation and resentment. Isolation is when we choose to separate ourselves from people. And a lot of times that happens to be our friends and our family. And we tend to do that when we're hurt. You hurt me, so I'm going to come over here. And the problem with that is we end up all by ourselves. And what makes it even worse is that many times the person that hurt us may not even be aware that they hurt us. So then all of a sudden they wake up one day and they're like, well, where'd he go? I haven't seen him in a few weeks. Well, they don't even know that I'm over here stewing because of something that they said or did or didn't say or didn't do. And that isolation then leads right into resentment, where I'm upset because of what you did and my feelings are hurt. And now not only am I resentful from that, I'm angry, then I choose to isolate even more. And it's this dangerous cycle in which I go from pulling away and being angry to now I'm angry, you don't even know that I pulled away, so I pulled away even more. And it goes round and round and round. Now, we don't have to get stuck in that cycle. You can actually break that cycle. And for each of those pieces, there's an antidote. So for isolation, the antidote for isolation is community. That means that we choose, even when we want to pull away, to step in to those people that are there. And we're aware of the hurt and we recognize it and we communicate it. It's not that easy because it's a lot easier to just pretend. And we do a lot of pretending. We pretend that everything's okay when it's not. Or sometimes we go the opposite end and we blow up and we're so loud that people can't even hear the message. So you've got to be in community. And the best way to do that is beforehand. Build those relationships with people around you that when you're gone, they're going to recognize it and they're going to come find you. Now, we should all be mature enough to not isolate, but the reality is we're not. So go ahead and plan on that and make sure you invest in those that are going to invest in you when you need it the most. So that's community. Now, the second piece, resentment, the antidote for resentment is forgiveness. And that means when someone harms you, we take that hurt and we hold on to it so tight. And we might show it through anger or we might tuck it and hold it in depression. But what we've got to do in forgiveness is to let it go. And it's so difficult sometimes to let it go. Sometimes the pains that we feel run so deep that we ourselves just cannot let it go. And that's where my faith is a part of my journey. It's because it allows me, it gives me the strength to choose to forgive when really there's no way in the world that I can forget. You can't go it alone. So when we encounter isolation, you've got to be a part of community. When you encounter resentment, then we need to choose to forgive. It's not always easy, but your life will be better for it.